crap based in politics. I have to totally agree that, put it to sleep for the moment, but that's what socialists do. Right? Don't socialists do things like that? Mullins is going to vow to keep on fighting. Last night, when he did this, blocking the bipartisan Michaela Nyland Give the Kids a Chance Act, to give, kids a fighting chance for cancer treatment and more. I mean, this is even, I have to say, a new low for the Grinch. A brand new low for the Grinch, like we've never seen before. Really sad. Really sad. And now the case of Chloe Cole. I've always called her a medical victim. But good for her, she's fighting back. She is now at the center of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, kind of the poster child for a particular issue, although I'm getting sick of that term, poster child. But she was there for Thursday's announcement of proposed regulatory actions to end sex-rejecting procedures on minors. Thank God. The proposed regulatory actions by HHS are part of President Trump's January executive order calling on the department to protect kids from chemical and surgical mutilation. Hey, new word there, mutilation. So the department is rolling out a series of policy updates and regulatory actions that would effectively defund hospitals and provide gender transition procedures according to an HHS official, defund those hospitals that are providing gender transition procedures. I think I left that word out. I'm sorry. According to an official at HHS. Now, back to Chloe, because I know this one well. She's now about 21 years old, and she went through the process of medical transition from female to male between the ages of 12 and 16. And it all began here in California. And she took to the stage to stand alongside of HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and others to advocate for the protection of children. Afterwards, she told the media the puberty blockers, the testosterone injections, the double mastectomy she endured have irreversibly, permanently affected her health. She is a mess, but she's coming back as Chloe, and that's where she wants it to be. Quote, as soon as gender was in the picture, none of my doctors or psychologists asked the real question. And what that question should have been. The entire focus was on my feelings and what I wanted rather than what I really needed in that moment. Good point. What she needed was to be loved and affirmed for the way that she was created as a young, tomboyish little girl. But she maintained her doctors neglected to share any risks, only touting the benefits of stopping female puberty, sound like Porky Pig, and using testosterone to promote body hair growth, musculature, and, different fat distributions, throughout the body. There was nothing they could say to me that would make me understand the gravity of what I was about to go through, because I was still growing up and I was naive. I had very little experience in the world. I remember she was 12, and I simply could not and would not be mature enough to be equipped to undergo such a life-changing procedure in every way for many, many years to come, if they ever came. This is the interesting part. Cole thought her parents, and she noted this, never really believed she was transgender, but they felt like the odds were stacked against them because of the current rage in politics. At the time when we started going through this as a family, there was really no resources that would speak to the reality of transgenderism, especially for a kid. Most people were not aware that this was something that was even happening in our hospital systems. Ugh. Cole said, her parents were warned that if they didn't allow her to transition, she would likely commit suicide. And they didn't want to lose their child What gives them the right to say something like that? Quote, my legal guardians were forced to make a decision under duress, she shared. But even if my parents had supported transitioning medically, from the start, no parent or adult ultimately has the right to determine whether a child gets to be chemically sterilized or mutilated. Cole is saying that she's...
All right, so
Hello. Cole said she suffered from numerous complications from her medications and the surgery. My quality of life is still being impacted to this day. Now, her fertility status, it remains unknown. She knows she's not going to be able to breastfeed because she doesn't have any breasts, but she would like to have a child someday. As an adult, I'm now grieving on top of that. Everything has failed after the first surgery. Surgeries to put me back the way I was has also failed. I have to wear bandages on my chest every single day. Very sad. When we come back, I'll tell you a little